Bebop, got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Bebop Boys back. Welcome back to the Bebop Boys podcast, where we talk about anime, movies, comic books, all type of fly shit. I'm a little sick, so deal with that shit. Huh? We ain't leave nothing off. Yeah, we don't got our Pride member, and we don't got the white boy.
I think it's the Pride member not being here at Pride Month. Is
Yeah.
that like
anime, movies,
Comic books, all type of fly shit.
anime, comic books, movies, and all types of flash shit.
Well, we fuck up the intro a lot. So, what's up, y'all? It's only us three.
What up?
At the top is just us, nigga.
Yep.
Yeah.
What up?
What's up, y'all? No, just
Yeah.
no. I haven't seen y'all in a minute. It's
Took
good.
some
Yeah, I
photos.
know.
Yeah.
Bitch ass niggas.
I don't have to
Damn.
spend time with my significant other. Sorry. You know, when you caught cheating, you got to do
That's
something.
what it
There
was.
it is.
It was
Oh,
the light.
the light? Yeah.
There it is.
It was
Okay.
the light. You
Thank
didn't
you.
do anything.
Thanks. That's Nick off the camera.
Got my eyes peeled.
He's-
fucking orange.
He's doing a racial stereotype.
No, the other one
he's
want to
like-
be white.
Yeah, I want to get a credit card.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get a credit card. I just need the water, bro.
So, what's been up with y'all?
You know, Marvel Rivals.
Oh, yeah, they did drop Ultron. Too.
Yeah, they
I
did.
thought that was next week. Damn.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So you said Marvel Rivals?
Marvel Rivals. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. And then I did a photo shoot with Nick the other
yeah,
day.
yeah.
That went really good.
Go on Nick's Instagram to check that out.
Yes. At Cosmic.
Very
Rainbow.
nice mask.
Yeah, it was inspired by Longlegs.
No Fortnite Star Wars.
No Fortnite Star Wars. Oh yeah, I've been playing that shit like crazy.
I'm about to get the battle pass on Thursday right before it ends because I've unlocked everything, so I'm just gonna get all the
Yeah.
fucking shit.
That's usually how I wait to get battle passes in games, where I'm just like,
No.
I'll wait until I technically finish it before even buying it.
I've been playing that shit. That shit been fun as hell. A lot of people been complaining about it, but
About to get
skill issue.
Darth Jar Jar.
Oh yeah,
That's in there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the AI Darth Vader stuff?
Oh yeah, with the James Earl Jones using his voice and everything.
Yeah.
So they used this. They used AI for when it was on Kenobi. So they actually didn't use his voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Cause he was
Yep.
93. I think he was on his way. He was on he was about to pass away,
Which
or he was already passed.
to me, they could have found a motherfucker that can do that voice. Like they're just trying. Like people will be like, they're gonna be like, well, we wanted to give you guys an authentic voice. No, you wanted to get out of paying a motherfucker.
People would
yeah,
not be able to
but-
tell, bro.
But people would have been mad if they would have saw.
Here's
They would have.
People should be mad that they're using his likeness without paying him.
without him being alive.
Or even paying him, paying his estate and his family.
I'm sure somehow they do.
Nah,
somehow.
bro.
No, bro. I mean, maybe they could work out a deal with his estate, but if he didn't sign that deal when he was alive, actually, he might have accidentally signed a fucking deal, because sometimes they put clauses in deals that mean oh, we can do whatever we want with any adaptation to technology in the future.
Yeah.
Well, because other
So, that's how.
other what's the cause have died, and they have used their likeness and everything. Like
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher, some other people, Count Dooku, and yeah.
I don't know if it's the same. For. I'm sure there are some similarities, but with music, there was something like that, because that's why I think it was after streaming they started putting clauses into contracts where they can, if some new platform comes around, they don't have to re-license the music for that platform, because people had to renegotiate their deals and shit when streaming came, because the wording of the contract said CDs or physical media or some shit. So I'm sure there's something about likeness and that kind of shit. I'm sure they own Star Wars owns his voice for that purpose.
That it's either that, yeah.
I just see it being a huge problem.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But they already try to get out of paying motherfuckers. Unless it's for example, Robert Downey Jr. getting $120 million for a fucking role. But all the little people, they cut out as many people. Not Not literally the little people. I mean, like in a sense of
We know what you
roles in things like production. Like they're trying to
Even
cut.
songwriting. I mean, even
These
storytelling.
budgets are getting huge, but they're still like finding a way to cut people out of the money.
Yeah,
Bro,
like,
baby, don't
where's the-
fucking spend $100 million on the fucking everything. Don't got to be a
That
Marvel movie.
don't even. But it don't like.
Because you'll be able to allocate money other places. Like it's more studios that do that. That like, instead of $100 million movie, do a $60 million, so we can pay everybody else. I mean, it is a lot of fucking.
There
degenerates
is
out
some,
there.
but there's very many that aren't. And
They're a minority.
They're allocating the money into the fucking executive pockets.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're allocating. They're not allocating into here. We need to make sure we're having everybody we need. Oh, we need to make sure that the editors are being paid right and they have enough time. No, they're gonna cut corners everywhere they can.
Yeah.
And just AI being able to be used is just giving them more and more.
It makes it a lot easier instead
them.
of having, because whether you did the James Earl Jones's voice or not, if you're using the AI, say you got an actor that sounded like James Earl Jones, you're still going to use AI. So you don't have to pay this guy for voice lines. You don't have to write a script. You just say, hey, let's just get your voice and then just use an AI.
I mean, when Paul Walker passed away for Fast 7, they just used his brother and then they like motion captured like the rest of him on there.
Now,
to be fair though, they still have to do the even if you do AI, they would still have to do, well, actually maybe not, because it depends on how good the model is. Because like if they use AI, they can do text to speech. Like, so
Right, yeah, no,
I was
same thing.
gonna say, like, if you use a voice actor and have them like, and then do like an AI voice changer, they would still have to perform it how he would perform it.
yeah. But that's like, when it comes to the use of AI, video games, honestly, for me, is the best use. Like, for the point of voice acting and being paid credits, legacy, stuff like that, it is like for in this situation, James Earl Jones' voice being used, it's kind of like a iffy subject. But again, let's take out the James Earl Jones voice, say they actually did get a actor that was like him, still didn't need to read a script or lines. But again, AI in video games, that's where I think it's the most fun. Because I was seeing clips of the AI Darth Vader, and I don't know if you guys seen it. It's literally like he's on your team. He's a AI voice on your
says your
team.
name.
Yeah, he even addresses you as your skin. So if you're wearing a Goku skin, he'll be like, "Goku, we must go do this and whatnot." But where it gets like fun is you talk to him and he replies. So you'll say, "So Darth Vader, like, you want to go get that gun that's over there?" And he'll be like, "Oh, I don't know, Goku. Is it like might be people over there or shit like that?" So it's not like pre-recorded lines where you're going to get the same thing over and over again. I seen like a mod for Skyrim where every time you talk an NPC, they would respond to you whatever you type is a real thing. And I think AI used in video games is like, that's really fun instead of having the same dialogue every single
And
time.
that would be easier on a lot of the development staff.
100%. Yeah.
Instead of them actually individually going through every character
Yep.
and like replying
Having to
them.
record and everything. But that's where like AI is just such a tricky thing, and it's such a gray area because I mean, it's always been used. Like that's another thing that I hate about like with the AI resurgence is some people like noticing little things being used by AI and be like, "Oh no, great, AI is being used." It's like AI's always
They're
been
gonna
used
use
for that
AI,
situation.
bro. Yeah.
Like AI has been used for that kind of thing all the time, especially in video games.
Yeah, especially video games. They've been using AI. Like when you play against the computer, it's using artificial intelligence to play against you.
And now people are acting like it's
Tom
new.
Cruise
Like
on.
AI is a completely new invented thing, and then want to think every single thing that uses any type of AI is, oh, that's bad because it uses AI. It's like,
That's how
No, dude.
Auto-Tune came out.
They don't know what AI is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
They just think this new, like the new advances in AI is AI, but AI has been around and it's just progressed more and it's being talked about more.
It's more like now because you have
there you go.
ChatGPT. Now they have a frame of reference for what that means.
it's how
Because like
accessible it is.
like otherwise they wouldn't like when you talk about AI being used in a video game, it's like a different concept than like a user-friendly experience of like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like now they know what that is. Otherwise, they're not thinking about it.
I also think majority of people don't even know what AI stands for.
No, yeah.
They just
Allen Iverson.
The answer.
pretty much.
What I was
That shit my shit.
yeah.
So you want to get into topics?
Wait, hold on. I gotta pee. Well, I mean, y'all can. Hold on. I
Okay.
gotta pee though.
Okay.
Yep. So Last of Us.
The choppies, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll sit down for this.
Yep. Yep. Replace Persia with Wes.
I'm gonna start over the recording.
Do you want to lead the topic, Matt?
No. I mean, I'll start it, but I'm going to let you guys get into it because I didn't watch it. All right. So Last of Us, Season 2, Part 2.
Yeah.
Have you both played the games?
I play both.
No, but Kelsey's been playing them.
Because I think that's a big difference in how you view this season would be if you played the game or not. I have friends that have played the game that were huge fans of The Last of Us, played the second one, and were pretty like iffy about it. But still, Last of Us is like one of their favorite games of all time.
The first one.
Yeah. And then once they played the second, they were very disappointed. So when they knew about season 2, they're like, nah, I'm not even gonna watch it. But then I have other friends that haven't played the games that are watching it, like, this is phenomenal, this is great, and it kind of goes into like for me an Invincible. Like I've read the comics, so when I'm watching the animation, I'm more particular about it. But then my friend Jordan, who's never read the comics, thinks it's phenomenal, like absolutely no problems. So with The Last of Us, how controversial things are, I feel like a big difference could be whether you played the games or not. But how do you guys feel about it?
Well, I have played the games. I played them mad late. I played the first one like when it was on PS4. I didn't even play it when it came out. From what I remember on the second one, the plot for it leaked like I think a year earlier. Maybe not a year, within a year of it coming out. And I vividly remember this. Like people were mad. They were mad. They didn't want to play with fucking, well, spoiler alert. Joe dies. in, like,
this
the
whole thing
first
spoiler, yeah.
5 minutes, like before you even. Well, I think you get one gameplay element in, and then Joe end up dying by some random like NPC. It seems like, and a lot of people were like, they were mad about that because you got to play with Ellie, and Ellie don't really have that much character development in the first game. So playing with Ellie wasn't a lot of people weren't happy with that. But when they finished the game, by the time they finished it, they loved it. They loved it. I've seen a lot of people turn heads on it. But over the years, I've seen a lot of people keep that same sentiment.
You gotta stay here.
I gotta stay there.
I have seen
Nice
people.
and tucked.
Yeah, that is your boy.
Nice and tucked.
But yeah, overall, I have seen people like come around to the end, especially the ending of the second one, where you don't get the revenge and you let Abby go and everything. But that didn't really translate well into the show. The first season, I think, is universally loved. People like had a little bit of with it, but I know they added some stuff in the first season, like the Bill and it's Bill and Ted or Bill and Frank episode.
Frank, yeah, Bill and Ted. That's
Yeah, a lot of people love that. Just some small changes that they added, which was good. So I'm not really opposed to adding changes onto an adaptation as long as they don't take away from the core element of the of whatever I was watching.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play the games, so I did watch the first season. I forgot to mention, I've watched the first season of The Last of Us, and I thought it was fucking phenomenal. Like from start to finish, no problems, no complaints. The way it ended, I thought it was great. But I didn't play the games, and so I can't notice the differences or say whether like, oh, this is good improvement or, oh man, they should have done this differently. But I'm, like you said, the first season was such universally loved that I didn't see anybody ever nitpick it. Even the Bill and Frank thing, like people love that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And again, as we know, like in this day and age, like people would think that's pandering or like not necessary. So it was really cool to see that loved. But now this season, I'm only seeing like just hate, like just shit talking about it.
So I mean, with season 1, I did see, unfortunately, a lot of people pissed off about the Bill and Frank thing, homophobia and shit like that. You know, like they're like, why did they spend so much? wasn't that much time. It was one episode, and it was a good episode. It was good TV. Like, this is what they're making is a TV show. Like, it's not going to be
Joel killing.
exactly like a video game because, first of all, a video game, everybody plays differently. So there's not really a way for it to be exactly like you played in the video game.
Yep.
But two, you got to add some things in to make it good TV. Like heart-wrenching moments make you feel something because if not, then it's just not necessarily always going to end up being a great show.
It's just gonna feel like a recopy. It's like, what would be the point of having?
What a lot of people's issue with this season was Bella Ramsey's performance as Ellie.
Yep, that's the main thing I'm seeing.
Well, yeah, I've seen that a lot too. Kelsey played both games, one of her favorite games. She's been, since it came out again, she's been playing again. I've been watching her play. Her voice, like her voice is literally identical.
Yeah,
to Ellie.
1-to-1. Yeah,
It's
I agreed.
right on. Like, there's obviously some elements that where she's a little different than the game character, but I feel like everyone's biggest complaint is that she doesn't look like
It's
her,
the look, yeah.
and which doesn't really matter. Like,
Well, I also saw some. That is true. That's true. But I also saw complaints where it's like, oh, she's not doing the stuff that they were doing in the game, and you just literally talked about that. Like, well, they don't scissor in the game. The little finger action. They showed that.
Yeah, so right.
Fingers are pregnant.
Yeah.
I thought that scene, like that is like everybody's like
Grab you.
biggest argument is her going, I'm gonna be a dad, which is
don't talk about dad
ridiculous.
club.
It is ridiculous, but it just made me laugh when
I mean,
it happened.
to me, it kind of fit the character. Like Ellie, kind of like a cringy little, like a little, like teen pop kid. Like I see shit.
It's
Like that.
it's cringy, but I just laughed. Like, okay, like
Well, once I seen like people complain about, well, she didn't get knocked down enough to have that many scars on her back. I'm checked out. Like, all right, I can't really. You can't argue with shit like that. Like where you're complaining that in the game she fought. Well, it seemed like this is valid. In the game, you do fight more infected, but it's a game. So they're gonna spawn more infected. I mean, it's not like the show lacks any other like the stalkers or like the spores or anything. They have all that. It's just one thing that I don't like. I hate 7-episode seasons. You can't really tell a story in 7 episodes. You can't get people captivated, even if they are hour long. Like, you know, and the set pieces look great, but you can't really do a lot in 7 episodes. Same thing that happened with the House of Dragon shit. Like, a lot of people said, yo, this season kind of felt like a filler or a buildup. Like, yeah, this season, A Last of Us, suffered a lot from being on 7 episodes.
I was excited when I saw that it was gonna be 2 seasons because it was like, dope, we get a little bit more, but really it's just all they did was take the 1 season and just split it into 2 basically with just a little bit of extra. Like, if you're gonna do 2 seasons, give us 2 full seasons. Don't say you're gonna give us 2 seasons and give us 2 half seasons.
Because we had to wait, 3 years? This came out in 2022?
It's 23. It came out when I was dating Kelsey, so it had to like be within the past 2 years. But I hate that with these streaming services. Don't tell us you're giving us 2 seasons when you're really just giving us 1 season split into 2.
Stranger Things just got
I was just
3
about to say,
volumes.
did you guys see the Stranger Things?
Was that one? You're saying that this second season is
in 2 parts.
it's in 2 parts?
Basically, but they're calling it season 2 and season 3.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
So
Okay.
So you're saying this? They're splitting the second game into 2 seasons.
yeah, which they said they were doing, which was cool because like you get more out of it, but you're not getting more out of it now.
Okay. So it's like when they did AOT and then they were like season 2 part 1.
Basically,
I'm not gonna say that was the first one that kind of did it, but it was one of the first mainstream ones. I didn't know Sopranos did it back then, but like after Attack on Titan started doing like the halves and specials, a lot more
That's
people
when
have
I
been
started
doing
noticing
it.
it.
Yeah, a
at
lot of
least
people.
for me.
Yeah, that's super weird. I don't get the point of that. I mean, I kind of get it, but it's like I don't know. Like,
It's like trying to be in that the in between of how people are like they want to binge something, so they want a show to be released immediately, or there's the people that like they prefer it to be weekly. So then they try to be in the middle ground, like we'll release a few episodes this month and then a few more this month or something like
But-
that.
And then part of the issue is like season 3 is going to be from Abby's perspective. So like we just missed out on like a lot of the story from Ellie's perspective because you decided to not give us a full
Oh
season.
yeah, okay.
So now like stuff that is missed is not going to be in the next season. You're just not going to see it. It's not going to exist.
Is the last episode of the season 2 like that? Is whatever out
It's
right
the-
now? Is that the finale of the game?
The what's it called?
It basically how it's leaves you on a cliffhanger of where the ending of the game would be, and then you flip to Abby's perspective real quick, and then it ends. Okay. So then, season 3 is going to be the story season 2 story starting over again
Okay,
from Abby's perspective.
gotcha. Okay.
so it's telling the same story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just telling her part. But overall, I liked it. It was cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
27 episodes.
No, I mean like it's the show over.
No, we got season 3 coming.
I mean like
But yeah.
yeah.
That was the season finale. Was last Sunday.
Yeah, last time.
But yeah, I like it. I do like it a lot. I've seen people like who are clearly biased. They don't like it. Like they played the game and they're like, it's just not even a good TV show.
But y'all hated the game when it came
No.
out. So
Yeah. They're saying they're unbiased and it's not even about it being not like the video game. They're saying it's just a bad show. It's not a bad show. From somebody who didn't play the game, it's captivating. It keeps you fucking locked in. Like you want to know what happens next. It's a good show.
like, even imagine the people who didn't know that Joe was going to die, and then just out the blue, he just get killed.
No, yeah, there was people that were on the internet. They're like with their wife or whatever. The wife didn't play the game and they didn't tell them anything about it. And then Joel dies and they're just bawling their eyes out because they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that shit was sudden as hell.
I have
And
a-
it was a little graphic.
I have a coworker that she doesn't play video games at all. She's not a gamer whatsoever, but she loves TV, and she's been watching The Last of Us. And she came in after the episode where Joel dies, and she's just like, "I don't want to watch it anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I looking forward to now?" And she was like devastated by it.
To be fair though, there are a lot of people that are just fucking stupid. Like there were people that were crying when Pablo died in Narcos. This nigga was a real person. He's actually dead. Like, what are you talking?
And they kept it accurate, too. They
Bro,
shot
and
that
then
nigga in the head.
bro, they were like, "What the?" I'm looking like, bro, y'all need to read a book, bro. Like, god damn. But how much do y'all think that backlash over Ellie is like?
They're calling her the worst actor in Hollywood.
Okay, but how much do you think do you think that they're actually upset that she doesn't look like her, or do you think that they just don't like her?
I think they just don't like her. Because, like, if we don't, I can only compare it to us. Like, if we don't like somebody, say it, move fuck on to the next person we don't like. When you make 15 videos regarding this person, it's a fucking trend, bro. Like, before it even came out, you like, oh, she's a they, them. So, she's non-binary. So it's like, oh, yeah, I don't like her already.
A lot of it is, I feel, homophobia, transphobia.
Yeah.
Joe don't look like fucking.
And then some of it is
Pedro.
just motherfuckers are weird. Ellie's character is a child, but I know there's motherfuckers out there that are upset that Ellie is not somebody they find attractive.
Yep.
She's Bella tries to be more masculine. You know, she's not with no offense to her, she's not a conventionally attractive person. You know, she looks kind of different. So people, a lot of weird ass dudes out there are just upset that they can't goon over her. Whether she's a child or an adult, she's an adult in the show now, but like people are just fucking weird. And when it comes to like, you can tell by the way they talk about it that they're upset that they're not attracted
just
to her.
not watch it. Because if you come to me every week and say, oh, it's only getting worse, you still watching it.
Like you just came to complain.
So now, would
And I
you,
don't want to see that.
do you know what is the time gap between the first game and the second game?
I think it's 5 years. 5 years.
Okay. So what is the age? Like,
She's 19 now.
okay.
Damn, they came back and got his ass
So
after 5
here's
years.
here's what I will say.
They been letting that shit marinate.
Yeah, they was letting
You
that
was
shit
in that bitch
simmer.
training?
For my point of view, like just playing devil's advocate, not watching the second part of the season. I mean, second season. When the first season before it dropped, the main thing people were saying is it didn't look like Ellie, which is an okay thing to say until you see it. And then again, like as you said, once the first season dropped, there was universal love for it. Of course, there's still, no matter what happens, there's always going to be people hating, of course, with homophobia and transphobia. But I think Bella's performance in the first season was so fucking good and on point that the only single criticism you could have was doesn't look like Ellie, but people were probably just kind of like, we're not going to make a big up and because she did so good. Now this season, it like I can see when I see people comparing certain moments on Twitter, it is a little bit more jarring because Ellie does very much physically look different than she did in the first game. Like actually a little bit muscular, like more built and older. Doesn't look like a child. Like looks like a older young adult, like older teenager. While Bella still looks exactly like they did from the first season.
I disagree because if you do watch it, you see Bella, like it starts off with her fucking training MMA. She's more buff than she was.
Okay.
I also seen people complaining saying she's too old to play Ellie. She's 21 years old.
Yeah.
She's fucking 21 years old. There's motherfuckers that are 30 playing 16-year-old.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly.
They're literally just finding any possible thing that they can to bring her down.
I get, yeah. No, and I agree with that, but I will say that in some moments, it doesn't seem like they're putting on the performance that is like convincing compared to like how Ellie did in the game.
It comes down to a lot of it this season. Her character is wrote.
Is what?
Her character this season is not written well. Like what
okay.
they're having her do, like the things that are off that people are complaining about has nothing to do with her.
Bella.
It has to do with
okay.
the writing and what they're having her say. Like she's not improvising. She's fucking
Yeah, true.
reading the script. Like she's playing the character they're having her play.
Yeah, but that's like I think we talked about that before. I brought it up before, but there was a actor on actor thing with Ryan Reynolds and Andrew Garfield, and they were talking about that. Like because you are the star or you're the face of whatever this project is, you get the blame for no matter what the fucking thing is.
It's very true.
So it's like even if the movie itself tanks, there's like Ryan Reynolds movies. It failed. Like it's not like he didn't create the movie, he didn't write it, he didn't direct it. Like he's just in it.
Yeah.
And like they get the brunt of all the fucking hate. So I mean, I guess it comes with the territory. To be fair.
Yeah, and Last of Us is such a beloved like
IP.
even before the show was even announced, it was looked at as like one of the most beloved best games ever made. Like it have a very hardcore fan base. So definitely get that. And again, I think Bella from the first season nailed from what I see Ellie like perfectly. So I couldn't imagine why they would mess it up. And like you said, it's the writing. Like at the end of the day, you are working with what you're given as an actor.
She's leading it. In this season, she's leading the season. I mean,
Yeah, and
Pedro's only there for 2
Yep.
episodes.
So it's a lot more focus on it and a lot more scrutiny towards it.
Well, yeah, the flashback episode. I
Oh
fucking teared up on that episode.
I'm gonna start that after I guess I should probably just start it anyway because I was gonna watch I've been watching Severance and then
Yeah.
what was the one that you told us Paradise?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That
start
is
that
really
one
good.
soon.
Finish that shit. That concept is. I don't see that being a foreign concept either. Like, yeah.
What is the concept?
Well,
Well, I didn't want to like ruin it for you guys because it's kind of like once you find it out, it's kind of like a whoa, I wasn't expecting it.
All right, we'll leave it.
What
We'll
episode
leave
does
it.
it happen in?
2 or
What, you
3.
said what?
2 or 3. Like when you find out what's actually like going on, like you don't.
Oh,
at
yeah.
first, you don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I'll say this without spoiling it. Something catastrophic is about to happen. And
They're trying to
we got to
prepare for it.
figure out
Okay.
what we're about to do.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I think with shows like that, I'm kind of torn, even with like Severance, because like I like the psychological thriller shows. Like I feel like Westworld did a good job of like unveiling like because you gotta stretch out what's happening and you gotta build it out. But like Westworld did a good job of that. I feel like, and I'm kind of torn with Severance because I feel like Severance moves really slow. Like
Yeah.
Like a lot of world building.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
yeah, but I mean, it's not even a world. It's a building and a apartment complex.
But I still don't know. I'm episode 8. I still don't know what the fuck going on.
I don't know.
Season 1?
Yeah. I feel like we don't find out like really what's going on. And why are they worshiping this nigga, the founder of the company, like literally Jesus?
He found the Severance.
I think the way that I've been taking it, without spoiling too much, even with season 2 already being over, I think everything that's going on is a very, very, and you'll very much notice this more at the end of the season, and especially all the way throughout season 2, like an on the nose, bare bones, breakdown of capitalism.
Yeah, it feels like that.
And Christian nationalism.
It feels like
Where
that.
it's
This
like
bitch was
doing stuff without even questioning.
Literally had a fucking a shrine of
yeah.
this nigga in her house. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it
And
gets
then
weird.
I saw that video. I saw a clip because now that we started watching it, my fucking girl goes on TikTok and she's seeing all fucking videos and then she's sending me the videos and shit. And there was a video where they were breaking down like race in capitalism because they gave what's his face a black painting of the founder. Like they painted him as a black guy and it was like it's like the inclusion. Like you know
yeah.
like
that's funny.
There's even a part, not spoiling too much, but the guy that's not part of the company, he's like this liberal, like really wacky dude who's like really trying to be like inclusive and everybody's free in their own mind, but in like a too far way. And so he wrote this book about like,
oh, you're talking about Nick.
Yeah. And he wrote this like book, and it was like a life teaching book.
Yeah.
Like read this if you want to find your path in life and know. It's almost like a Bible. And so when that book got snuck into the office, the people in the office were reading the book, and now this isn't a spoiler or anything. Severance, the concept is there's this technology that people can have a surgery of putting a chip in their brain when they go to work, right when go through the elevator, that chip activates and they are a whole another person. Like it is them, but they have no memories of anything at all in their real life. They're just work, and that is a new life. So this book that they have that they're reading, it's like their Bible now, because they're like, oh, I got to live life this way. I got to live like that way. And the people who run the business were like, all right, we don't want this propaganda, but
y'all the ones that brought it in.
They're like, we don't want this. No, it was actually Mark. He snuck it in.
No, it was.
I thought that was Nick.
No,
not Nick, but Peter.
It was the lady.
Oh,
the lady
right.
brought it in. She gave it to Milchek. Milchek
Yes.
was reading it and left it out, and then they found it.
Yep, you're right. And so now the business, they go to the guy and we're like, hey, we love what you did, but now could you change some things to say for Egan, which is the guy that they have a shrine of, their god or whatever, and can you change some things to say stuff for our program or whatnot? And so it's like in real world where, you see Bibles being rewritten, like the Trump Bible. Like it's the normal Bible, but some things are just switched to have Donald Trump written in there. And so I think Severance is just a very on the nose, like in your face of what capitalism kind of is.
It is very, very fucking on the nose.
It gets even
insane.
crazier. It gets even crazier.
34.
34. Y'all want to talk about the Anime Awards real quick? Just a little tap quick.
Yeah. I got
say the
list.
winners.
Yeah, I got the list up. I'll just do the winners of what we care about. So, Anime of the Year, And I didn't know the Anime Awards were going right now. These are the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Yeah, I always find out the day before. I'm like, what the
I thought
fuck?
it was. I didn't think that was the Crunchyroll.
Or just anime awards.
Yeah, it's just anime because Crunchyroll are called
No,
the Crunchyroll Awards.
These are the Crunchyroll awards.
Yeah, this one, it's the Crunchyroll one. It was the Crunchyroll. Because I tried looking up normal Anime of the Year awards.
Yeah.
But no, it's only the Crunchyroll one. So I didn't know it was a thing. So it just dropped, let's see, May 28th. So about 2-3 days ago. All right, so Anime of the Year, Solo Leveling,
Okay.
of course. Film of the Year, Look Back.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. I highly recommend
How'd you
that
know Babe
one.
was nominated for Anime of the Year? Oh, wow. Okay.
No, it wasn't. Best original anime, it was Ninja Kamui, the one that we watched,
watched that.
on Netflix.
I did like the first couple episodes of that.
Yeah, same. I don't know if it was you guys that continue watching a little bit more, but Santuan did. And,
I watched it.
and he was
more.
like, nah, it's kind
yeah,
of
they're like it
falls
kind
off a little bit.
It fell flat.
Yeah, and I was like, all
It was
right,
a little, yeah.
yeah. Best new series, Solo Leveling as well. Best,
Hold on.
yes.
Is Solo Leveling new? No. It's 2 years old. It's 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
they
that
had
is
for last year. These are the awards for last.
No, but I could have swore that.
Solo Leveling came out, I think, last year.
Yeah,
It must
Look
have
Back
been the
came
first
back
time.
last year, didn't it?
Yeah. Yep. You're
So
right. Yep.
Beating out Dan is crazy. But,
Because season
That's
2
very true,
came
I
out
agree.
this year. I think Dan came out this year.
Yes, it did. You're right.
yeah, but it was nominated.
No,
yeah,
but
but-
Dandadan did win some awards.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
Dandadan did drop last year.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it dropped
pretty
last
sure.
year. And I could have swore Solo Leveling dropped a year before it, but
Yeah,
whatever, we're not spending too much
maybe it was the beginning of the year. But best new series, Solo Leveling. Best opening sequence is Dandadan, of course.
That
as
shit
I think it
hard.
should.
Dandadan.
Yeah.
It got like 80 million views.
Yeah. Best action, Solo Leveling. Then best comedy, best drama, best isekai anime. We don't really care about those. At
Don't even
least.
care about
Sorry
isekai.
about those. Yeah. Let's see here. Best animation, Demon Slayer, Hashira Training Arc. I feel like Demon Slayer should like literally sweep every single time best animation. Like
Yeah.
it should. Like don't get me wrong, I still do believe, in my opinion, that the Entertainment District Arc is the best animation I've seen in anime, but I have moved on to where I am still getting more impressed by other animations now than Demon Slayer.
I don't know, because
But
that
then-
Entertainment District, when I watched it at your house, that shit was so good.
And that's the thing. Like when I see new animations, like me and Nick were talking about, like we were watching One Piece animation, we were watching some animation of this new show, the To Be Hero X, that has like crazy next level animation of like switching between CGI, 3D, and it looks like phenomenal. But then it's like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is probably the best thing I've seen. And then I like rewatch Demon Slayer, and I'm just like,
I'm rewatching
like-
Demon Slayer right
it's
now.
like
God damn, bro.
every single frame, man. It's like it's just so consistently fucking perfect.
Yeah,
Everything
and
about it. There's no inconsistencies. To it.
yeah, and like I feel like the thing where they like what's the fucking word?
Took it back to you.
Excel, like where they excel is like all of the detail is in there. Like even with when they're moving fast paced,
Yeah, dude.
all of the detail is there too.
Even slow.
Like
pace.
when there's fucking like when that scene in the Entertainment District when Tengen was like running with the what's that fucking demon's name? The green haired
Kitaro?
one.
Little Wayne looking nigga.
Is it what's it?
Kiyotaro?
Kiyotaro? Like he's running with him, and then like fucking Tanjiro's running with his sword, and like his fucking fingers
Yeah.
like bouncing in the air as he's running. Like it's just beautiful all around, bro. Like what the way that they do it is just fucking
A
amazing.
lot of detail goes into that. Like even with the fire like obviously it goes off on smoke. So
Bro, even the fucking I just rewatched the fucking Mugen Train thing. Every time that nigga dies, it's sad, bro. That shit is never not sad.
Ah, man.
Karate,
Bro,
though.
that shit is
Yeah.
never not sad because he was a
Mhm.
real ass nigga. He was like Commander Ervin kind of.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
He had his energy.
And that's right when we got, like, we didn't even know anything about him before that.
Yeah, no, yes, that was crazy. I remember we were talking about that when it happened because I think Nick, you didn't read it, did you? By that time, you hadn't read it though, right? Oh, you did. Okay, well, so he knew it was gonna happen, but like this is our first time seeing this guy was in this. Like, really,
Yeah.
I mean, you saw him like. That's your first interaction with him.
Exactly.
And like
yeah, it
by
was.
the end of it, you care that he got killed. Like,
Better character development than Eternals.
damn. Nick said better
character development.
than Eternals.
Eternal,
Yep.
yeah. That missionary.
That's
scene,
facts,
he ain't
though.
for that
Right,
shit.
yeah, he's right.
I don't remember none of them niggas' names.
Antonio was talking about that. Every time it comes up, we go back to the missionary scene.
That's the only
fucking
memorable
time.
scene.
That is actually all I remember from that movie. Is I remember the missionary scene. I remember the fucking celestial looking down on Earth, and I remember thinking, why didn't these niggas do nothing about slavery? So-
Yeah.
God did. All right.
but yeah, that shit, Demon Slayer is just in.
fucking perfect.
Keep going on now.
Best animation, Demon Slayer. Best character design, Don.
Dun, dun, dun.
Best director, it's the director for Frieren.
Oh, free range, yeah.
Yeah, that also
heard of
won best drama. I hear
That's the same studio as
Phenomenal.
Solo Leveling.
I started it, but
Okay.
I didn't get.
I hear
They
phenomenal.
won
things about it.
pictures.
Best main character, Sung Jin Woo, and then best supporting character, Fern from Furion. Best anime song, Don, which is kind of weird because I feel like whatever's the best opening sequence would be best anime song. But
Well, the opening sequence is like the video.
okay, yeah, if you're talking about the
Yeah.
animation, yeah, I get that.
Even with that, the video sequence for Dandadan was like
Yeah,
peak.
yeah, fucking. It gave me vibes of like when I watched the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen, the first ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. But all the other ones were just voice actor performances, all in different languages.
Wait, so who got voiced actor? I just want to know that.
I'll just do Japanese and English. Sorry to all the other races. I haven't seen them, so I couldn't
It's
say.
important.
But Japanese is somebody from an anime called the Apothecary Diaries. Mao Mao. I don't know who that
Shout out to
is.
Mao
I've
Mao.
seen
Shout out to
I've
Mao
seen
Mao.
the ad for it.
I've never heard of that at all.
yeah,
That's all.
it pops
And then
up.
best English, Sung Jin Woo, solo leveling. Very much deserved. Very much deserved, dude.
Horror farming that whole
The
season.
the one
In
the
this Old
scene
Navy
that
fit.
fucking it gave me goosebumps was when it was the first time they were betrayed. It was when Sung Jin Woo went in the first
Yeah,
dungeon after he got awakening, and those guys were like, "Oh, you guys survived this? All right, you kill this guy and we'll let you get out." And then they tried killing Sung Jin Woo, blast him. He's sitting there thinking in his head is like, "What does this game want from me? What does it want?" And then he just starts going, "How? And I'm like, "Holy fuck!" Like, okay, like yeah, fucking go off. So I
My
think it
favorite
was
part of
okay.
Solo Leveling is still when he fought that Cerber, that 3-headed dog or whatever. In season one, that's
Cerberus.
still my favorite part.
My favorite part was when they were fighting in that like courtroom with like the giant
Oh
guy.
yeah,
That was-
yeah.
Like the scene where it's showing
You know, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the scene with it's showing like the big guy like fighting all the infantries, and then it does a camera shot of Egress flying by, and then it follows Egress fighting like going fast as fuck. Like, that's the shit I love, dude.
The snow elf fight was crazy.
Yeah, that one was awesome as
But-
fuck too.
bro. If they gave him best voice actor just off Solo Leveling, then it has to be based off season one. Because like that part when they
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah.
first
yeah.
got awakened, like when they went into the double dungeon, that is the only time where he was really like dynamic
off,
in his
yeah.
acting. Because like he was really like, otherwise he's just aura farming.
Well, here's what I will say to that is that's where like the dub and sub difference where I'm more on the sub, because a bass like any sub voice, there's never been a sub voice, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, that actually bothered me. Then when it comes to English, it's really hard to not bother me. So for me, you're a great dub voice actor when you can sound normal. Like when you can sound like you're just a normal voice actor, not trying to sound like an anime character. Like example would be the main character for Dandadan.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like,
Like-
they did a better job of like with dynamically
Yeah.
acting in
Yeah.
in the show. Like especially the girl. Like she's
see,
the
yeah,
range
that
is
would
like
be
crazy.
the example that I would give, because I would say like the guy in it, Dandadan, it's like I could care less. Like he's not bad whatsoever. Like he doesn't bother me, but it's just like it sounds like just any normal anime character. Wow, Momo, yeah, like her voice actor she's not trying to sound like not trying to go high up, not trying to sound overly sexualized. Like she just sounds like a normal fucking person talking. And that's all I really want from English voice actors. And I think Sung Jin-woo, when he was young, he was putting on the breathy voice. I don't know. And I'm like, oh, shit, here we fucking go. So
Yeah.
for him to just be ore farming, talking like a normal dude, I'm like, all right. I like
But that's I mean, like even in Dandadan, the guy that does
yeah, I can't remember names.
Okarun is like he has dynamics in his voice because he switches between the two characters.
True.
So like he
yeah.
turns into like the demon form or whatever.
Definitely
like,
more dynamic.
that is
I could say
that is
definitely.
good. But like I mean, in Solo Leveling, like those first few episodes was when that guy was like really showing
Yeah.
out. Like
No,
he was-
I do agree.
he had a lot of dynamic in there. Was it there that Attack on Titan won the
Yeah,
Lifetime Achievement Award?
What do you
I think it won the global. It won the global
Impact Award.
Yeah,
For what?
global impact.
Attack on Titan.
For voice acting?
No, the show.
Just in general?
The show won the Global Impact Award.
For what awards? Anime?
That's what I just saw a video of it.
It was, I thought it was the anime awards.
So like it was outside of an anime. It's the only anime to win that award.
Holy shit.
If I'm not mistaken.
so.
Was it?
Dude,
I thought it was a crowd. Like
Attack on Titan has so many records, like not anime wise. Like every single time I see like IMDb's top shows,
It's always up there.
there's Attack on Titan's there with Succession and Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad.
It was
and
at the
Attack on-
Crunchyroll Awards.
And Attack on Titan.
And it was the first recipient of the Global Impact
wow.
Award. Like, so,
Oh, yeah.
bro, like, if you know the story behind, like, how that guy had, what it took for that guy to get that shit, like, to greenlit even as a manga,
Yeah.
like, and then where that story even derived from, it was like, that shit is deep as fuck. And is very, like,
Just kidding.
hating ass niggas, hating ass
I always say it's good.
Going to
Bro, it's
motherfucker
goated.
telling them like, yo, this is a mech anime.
It's
but it's
goated.
not a mech anime. And
Bro.
it's people.
bro, like
What?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like the impact of that, like I think the guy that was doing the speech or said something about how like for some people this is like their first like introduction into anime and like what it do. Like, bro, that shit was like a game changer. Like it
Oh,
really
yeah,
was a
dude.
fucking game changer.
Oh yeah.
Especially like in its genre. Like it's like it is hard to find anything that even touches that realm.
Yeah.
I'm going to be starting it soon.
Bro.
I've been wanting to watch it. It just, I know it's something that's going to have to like have my full focus.
Yeah,
and
as
know,
it
like
should.
I had Last of Us and quite a few other shows that me and Kelsey have been watching. So I didn't want to just like put it on and
Attack
then, like
on Titan
fall
is something
asleep.
You have to
like,
pay attention
You
to
do.
the details for the
Even-
unveiling.
Even paying attention, you're gonna miss shit.
Yeah,
like
oh,
even
yeah,
paying
yeah,
atten-
oh, yeah.
like
Mhm.
even I'll go back and watch it again, and I'll be like, how the fuck did I
not pick
not
that up.
realize that? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I was like, that's fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
the amount of depth in that shit is
Some of
astounding.
the things that are like twists show you like full front. Like there's animes or there's cartoons or even movies where there's like the twist at the end will be like, oh, it's always been in plain sight, and then it'll show like flashback shots of something that you wasn't in the original shot. Like it'll be behind somebody or something, and there's like, oh, that's there. And Attack on Titan, when they unveil that they've been doing sneaky shit, when you watch back, it's right in front of you.
Yeah,
like
you
they
just
were,
didn't know.
You were like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, but since you don't know the context or what things mean, it means nothing to you in that moment.
Right.
And it's fucking, oh yeah.
But
Attack on-
even like certain things when you go through it, like they said the shit right there, and like you didn't catch it in that moment, even knowing it. Like there was a part where when they were torturing one of the guys, and like he said, like, I gave up. I did whatever the king asked me to do. Like I had to do whatever he asked me to, and anybody that threatened like his sovereignty, like a teacher who knew too much, a whore who fucked the wrong guy, a stupid couple that tried to fly. Like that was
oh yeah, yeah.
that was
yeah.
Ervin's dad.
Mhm.
Historia's mom and fucking Armin's parents.
Yep.
And like, you had to know their stories to know that that's who he was talking about. Like, it's trippy.
Yeah, it's really hard to have a show that rewatching it still you should rewatch it. Like, it is one of those shows where you have to rewatch it because then you'll enjoy it again in a whole other way.
I remember when Aaron's dad took him to like his shop or whatever, and his dad ended up going. I'm like, where the fuck is his dad?
Oh my god.
And that was just in the back of my head. Like, this is
Yeah, for that to be the first few episodes, and you're just like, okay, yeah, you're just like, yeah, this is what's going on. And then it all, like, once you find out actually what was going on, then it's just like, how did you not, like, it makes it
It's
obvious,
just too
but
much,
it's not
like,
because you don't know the context.
Yeah, because you're going. Like, even when I was watching it, I was trying to make sense of who the female Titan was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch, bro? And I'm like, even when it happened, I was like, I guess that makes sense.
even the baritone Reiner thing.
Yeah,
Like, that shit still hit. Like,
I was about to
and
say,
then it
yeah.
was funny because, like, you know, usually on like shows,
watch
and
that shit
TV,
with your subtitles on.
exactly.
Bro.
They just say that. They just say that shit. Like,
See,
yo,
yeah.
I'm the armor
yeah,
of the
like, I didn't want to just say that just for spoilers for Wes, but no, that is
shit.
that is the scene that like does it. Yeah,
Not
not
like
true.
that.
But that is
It
the
doesn't-
scene that does it for me because
Still gonna hit.
that is the
Yeah.
actual one. Like, that's the moment when Attack on Titan. When I was like, oh, wait a fucking minute. Like, all right, this show, yeah, exactly, lock in. Because I was enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. Like, the rescue mission arc was fucking phenomenal with the female Titan, Levi having to fight, blah, blah, all that was great. But it was when that was happening. Because now I was paying attention as I was watching, but I'm still like, I might be just like on my phone a little bit, kind of looking up, getting distracted, whatnot. And then they just kept talking about it, like still casually. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck did I miss? And I had to replay, and I was like, what the fuck? And
That shit is beautiful.
very fucking good.
He fucking earned that. Isayama earned that shit. Like, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
like, he
definitely
he
good.
earned it, bro. That shit is life
Oh
changing.
yeah. Weirdly enough, Attack on Titan won an award. Best Latin Spanish voice actor for Aaron Yeager.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, so there you go.
What else do we have?
All right. Traumatic experience. I mean, scenes that traumatized.
Boy, oh boy.
All right. I'm going to go first because I think I got I got one that you both probably definitely got. One that maybe Lear has. First and foremost, just get it out of the way. Eclipse. Eclipse from Berserk. Definitely one of the most traumatic scenes. Before even getting into Berserk, I've seen so many things about Guts hating Griffith, and Griffith's being one of the worst evil people in all the anime. Most traumatic fucking thing. Yeah, fuck Griffith. Yeah. On God. And so I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, again, I say this every single time. What did Griffith do to make that man that mad? You know, that's like what was going through my head. So as I'm reading it, Golden Age arc, I'm like, this is great. The only thing I can imagine is like, oh, maybe Griffith is like, okay, now I'm big head honcho. Fuck you, Guts. Get out of here. As far as that, like, that's probably as worse as I thought. Man, bro, like, I have a fucking picture. A picture of me, bro. I was crying. Like, as I'm sitting there just reading this in my car, like at break lunch, I'm just like in shambles, bro. I'm literally breaking. I'm like, bro, it was when they showed it was when Judo was dying, and he says he's like, oh yeah,
Nakaska?
yeah, and he's like, you know, I always liked her, but since I knew she had a thing for Guts, I just never wanted to kind of try to compete. And then he was like, the panel, dude, oh my god, the panel's fucking great. And then it's just Casca holding Judo, like mangled body, all white background, like nothing. It's just them two, and then it's just the text. I guess I'm just not as smooth as I thought I was, and it's just like, damn.
Oh
dude,
yeah,
like,
bro.
Fuck.
I could only
crying, bro.
imagine like what it was like to watch that when it came out. Because the one thing that was like trippy to me, because like it was the same. Like I had known that everybody hates Griffith, and Griffith is like the worst thing ever. But like there was nothing really indicating that he would do what he did.
Dude,
Like,
nothing.
It was literally like you got to 98% and then just nigga just took a fucking the hardest left just right off a cliff. What's that? Fuck. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, where is this going? Because they saved him and like he was having the visions and like that kind of shit. Like I saw that, but I'm like, where is this going? Because I'm like,
Yeah,
how does this happen? And then it fucking happened.
Mhm. It was literally like
God damn.
the trajectory was, and it's a recurring theme throughout Berserk as you read it, where it's like how you just said. It feels like the story is like with Guts and Casca and the Band of the Hawk. It's like going up. It's like, oh man, things are going the way that I want them to go. Like this seems like the best case scenario for Guts, and then Griffith, it's like the other way around, where it's like, man, this is worst case scenario for Griffith. Like man, everything's going fucked up, and then like just completely split. And yeah,
I remember watching that like because I was watching it at work, and I'm watching it on YouTube, and the shit happened, and I'm like not paying attention. I just gotta run it back. Like it's just him landing that fucker, just landing it up.
yeah.
Bro, I was looking like, what the fuck, bro? I was
That
literally
shit took a
like,
turn.
yeah, that shit took a hard ass left. What else you got?
Yep, I got next one would be Ned Stark death in Game of Thrones.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The ending of Game of Thrones season 1. So the whole season is kind of shown as a very stereotypical basic fantasy medieval kind of politic thing where the fucked up shit's going on, but it's pretty like feels like Lord of the Rings almost. And then Ned is kind of shown as your true hard captain, like Captain Erwin, like he seems like he has a good head on him in politics. The story starts with the king becoming injured and sick, so he makes Ned his hand, which is like the vice president pretty much. And then since Robert dies, the king dies, that's like up to, okay, now we got to make the son the king because it's just how heritage works. But Ned, like Joffrey, the kid, that's the kid that everybody hates. So like Ned was like, no, I don't know about this, guys. And then he looks more into it and finds that
He's an incest baby.
yeah, he's an incest baby. So Ned is like, okay, I'm going to try to bring this up into court. I'm going to try to be like, okay, he is not a king. He doesn't deserve this. But obviously, as we know in politics, that doesn't work for you because you're not in control of things. And so the thought when they got whiff that he was trying to do that, they're like, all right, treason, we're going to execute you. They put him on stand. It's this whole like grandiose event. Like, it's like, all right, public beheading. King Joffrey's going to cut off this treason traitor's head. And then you kind of see other characters that are coming in, like his sons and kids. And it seems like it's a moment where it's like, oh, guys, we got to go do something because they talk about it. And so you think like, yeah, something's going to happen.
Damn, they really
Right in front of all the kids. And it's just like,
And then in the
What
promotional
the
material for
fuck?
season 1, it's like all of it is just Ned.
it's like he's the main character. And so after that, it's just like, all right, that's when Game of Thrones is like, this is different. This is another show. This is next level. And then even to add on to Game of Thrones, like there's so many traumatizing things in Game of Thrones, but the only other traumatizing one that really got me was the Red Wedding. That was when Robb Stark, which is Ned's son, tries to bring back the North, like his own heritage, the Starks. But to do that, he has to marry another family, and he's not really into that girl, falls in love with this other girl. So he's like, okay, you know what? Just because of my respect, and I don't want to, like, I love you, and I don't want things to be fake and whatnot, I'm going to go to the dad and tell him, hey, I don't want to do this wedding. I'm cool with not being a captain, king, not I want to be with my love and chill. As he's up there telling, this is what I want. I don't want a wedding. Fucking arrow right through his head. Arrow, his mom slit throat. Like just
Mother
everybody
and-
gets murdered.
Damn,
Everybody. And then his
father
wife.
and
Well,
son.
they changed the music because like they changed the
Oh my God.
they I forgot it's Cashmere's or some shit, I don't know, but like they play that music when it's got like some shit about to go down. So like I guess the orchestra at top, they just changed the music. They closed the doors, and like the mom is noticing the shit. She like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yep.
And he didn't get shot with an arrow. he got stabbed in the heart.
Oh yeah,
Ruth-
right. You're
Ruth
right.
Baratheon
Yep.
came up, stabbed him in the heart. He didn't get shot with arrows though.
Yeah,
Because he was calling off the wedding.
Well, because he betrayed. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
So Walder Frey, which is the family that he was supposed to be married into, wanted Rob to be wanted to be part of this family for political power. Like he's like, oh, you're strong. The Starks are very legendary,
And they
their
needed something
heritage.
from him. They needed like some bridge.
Yeah, so they're like, all right, you marry my daughter so that I could have claim to this and we'll be cool, or I'll help you out. And
These
so
niggas
since
was
Rob
on
was like,
some
nope, I'm not
bullshit.
doing this. He's like, all right, get him out of here. Let's fucking kill him.
His
Damn.
pregnant girl, they killed his moms. And then the moms was the worst one because I'm thinking like,
Oh my
because as the episode
God,
ends,
dude.
it kind of like just, it's like, it kind of like just slows down, the music's done, and then somebody just comes up and just slit the
Yep,
mom
it's
throat.
literally like no music when not just and you watch
Blood
it. Yeah,
squirting
you
out
watch
when
it
it-
all.
I was up in
fucking-
school
yeah.
failing for that shit. No
Other
class.
traumatic scenes would be Final Destination log scene.
That's about to be my one.
Yeah, and that's like actually traumatizing. Like
Yeah,
that is
that
something
one
where
was
now I can't
fucking
drive
insane.
When you will not drive behind.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
and
that-
I
that's
think
on,
that's
I'll
a
keep going. I got
popular one.
God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, that water's crazy.
And
No more water.
another one from Final Destination would be the garbage disposal scene. Yeah.
I don't watch.
He drops his thing in there, but I mean, Final Destination, almost fucking everything's traumatizing there.
Mine. Well, the Final Destination one. That will be like I'd never seen the complete scene. Like
Yeah.
I know enough. Like I just know enough.
You've never seen the Final Destination movie?
I've never seen a Final Destination movie, and I know this last one. Got,
What?
I ain't never seen
Oh,
a Saw movie.
We got.
I ain't seen a Final
What?
Destination. No Scream. I told you I'll watch some scary shit.
Dude, holy shit! You gotta watch Saw, man, and Final Destination. At least the first two or
The
three
first
Final
one.
Destination.
First
Like,
one. I heard the last couple on Saw were like at least decent. They were
yeah.
good
When
back.
it comes to Saw, just watch the first three. Just watch the first three. You're good.
Let me see. When we just talked about the Attack on Titan scene with Ryan Roberto telling him that, yo, you know, I'm the armor Titan. He's the colossal Titan. So yeah, that one. Now that you bring up Cowboy Bebop, when Spike said bang and he walked out the what's it called? Because for years, like I remember watching that like at my grandma's house, like in my grandma's bed, like as a kid, and like I always like he's alive. Oh, he's good. Like, there's doctors there. He's good. So for years, I was just thinking that. And then like one day on Facebook, I just put like, yo, you know Spike alive. My friend kind of like, nigga, no. What are you talking about? That nigga is clearly dead.
I think that's what makes the ending of Cowboy Bebop so
It's
great.
ambiguous.
Ambiguous,
It's
yeah.
ambiguous.
And they did it in like a good way where you genuinely couldn't tell. You couldn't tell.
And my last one would be Adult Swim. Listening to, this was traumatizing. It was this anime called Big O.
Yeah.
And hearing the theme song every single time when he got in the mech, just Big O, Big O, Big O. And that just reminds me of going to my dad's house and sleeping on a pissy mattress. I hate that shit. Anytime I hear Big O, I just think about the pissy ass mattress and laying foot to head with my with the kids there and everything. So those three: Final Destination, Attack on Titan, and fucking Big O. We had them big ass fucking arms and shit. And then it was like a Gotham. The place was like a fake Gotham.
Yeah.
He had
Oh
his
yeah,
own
dude. It was
outfit.
100% a Bruce, like inspired by Batman.
Yeah, it was like Batman.
100%.
And then every
inspired by
episode
Batman.
ended with like him getting in the mech. So it was like Batman with like fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
It's
And
like
his hair was whack.
It's like
too.
there's Penny Parker. That's like Big O is just the Bruce Wayne
Yeah,
of
true.
just mechs,
Right.
pretty much.
Purse.
You did yours?
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't
Okay.
really have much. I had another one, but I can't remember.
So mine are more like, I feel like I don't necessarily have like, some of them are scenes, but some of them are like concepts. Like concepts will like fuck with my head. Like the first one I can remember was fucking Jeepers Creepers, bro. Like, and it's hard to explain because it's not like the movie was traumatizing, but like the concept of that kind of a being was fucking me up, nigga. I used to walk down the street, it's quiet as hell. I'd be looking up.
Yeah,
windows
looking
and shit.
around,
one
yeah.
random day, he just pick you
Bro,
just scoop
yeah,
up.
bro, literally, because
Right.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That
Jeepers
nigga would
Creepers 2
just
freaked
That
me
nigga would
out.
just fly down and just grip you up.
What was that? Was that the first one where they're driving the car and the car just comes up? He just in the back on you.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And then
Fuck that.
the scene, like besides the obvious scene, which was like the ending scene with Justin Long, where he was wearing this
yeah.
nigga, or he looked through his body. The music was fucked up, but the scene where I think they were in a diner or something, and somebody comes into the diner and says like somebody was going through your car, like sniffing your laundry. And then they were like I can't
Think of the hospital scene.
maybe they were in a hospital or something, but like they came out and like they said like he was holding it up and he was sniffing it, and it was like some guy in a big black truck or something like that, and they were like freaked out. They went out and like there was a trail of his clothes or their clothes, and I think
he was smelling dewdrops.
I think if I remember correctly, throughout the show, I think they thought that he was after the girl. If I remember correctly, I think Nick. Did he leave?
Oh wait, I don't know.
I think he's here. I do recall what you're talking about because I remember Justin Long's character like thinking he was safe.
Yeah, like I feel like they thought that the guy wanted or like Jeepers Creepers wanted the girl. It was actually the brother that he wanted.
Yeah.
And then he like
He dropped that line, the best line in the movies.
what?
You know.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, not that. No, but like that that fucked me up. Ironically, I just thought about that. There was another movie, I can't remember what it's called. It was like an alien movie where like it was The Greys, I think it was, or something like that. And it was throughout the movie, like the aliens were visiting this family, and like the kids kept finding bruises on them, and like so people thought that the family was like abusing their child and shit like that. And like the whole movie, they were trying to protect like the main character, which is like this little boy, and like because he's the one that's getting fucked with. And then like the aliens show up and they grab his brother. Like they grabbed the little
I think that is the Greys, yeah.
yeah, and they were like they grabbed the little brother, and like it was, so that was like a twist too, because it was like what the fuck. But that one fucked me up. I was like, God,
Well, you got your rap name from, right?
no.
Okay.
But like that shit just fucked me, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
No, that sounds scary. What is that, like 80s?
No, it was like recent. I remember because I was
The Greys?
no, the Greys is the alien type.
Oh,
I can't remember what the movie is like. Well,
I think it is the Grey.
I'll have to
That
look it up.
sounds
But like
creepy.
it was creepy as fuck. Like that shit fucked me up. Like those kinds of things be fucking with me, boy. And then
Anybody who snitches.
House of Wax,
Oh,
the
I
fucking
forgot about
Achilles
that
tendon scene.
Fucking God.
Yo.
Paris Hilton acted.
That shit. Yo,
Sex tape was
the
popular.
Achilles tendon scene fucked me up. And I was a kid. I was a little kid. The thought of that was just like, I was like, like, bro, like anything like that. Like,
Then they zoomed in on
yes,
it, too.
bro. Like, cause he
oh.
like reached up, like I think
Through
he
a
reached
vent
up
or
through the
some
ground or something
Yeah.
and snipped the fucking Achilles tendon. Oh my
And then
God,
they, like,
bro.
peeled off so.
You ever see Hostel?
Oh my God.
No, that's fucking Nick's thing.
I heard about it.
But then,
That has like the worst Achilles tendon scene I've ever seen.
bro, there was
Did he like try to walk on it?
Yeah, he got snipped, and he's like, okay, all right, I'm
Nigga
gonna
left
get out.
the door
He got up, and then he fell, and his like it just went.
Oh yeah. I think Nick did fucking make me watch that bitch ass Nick.
That
I
I couldn't watch Hostel,
Bro.
because that's just torture porn.
yes.
That is- yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I was like. I think we watched one of them because I was like, bro, I'm not watching anymore.
Those
I'm like, what
movies
the
are.
fuck, bro? Well,
Do
good,
it.
like, yeah, I vaguely remember that. But then, another one was the fucking. I remembered it being more traumatizing, and then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
It was fucking Cabin Fever, the shaving shit. in Cabin
I remember
Fever.
that shit.
yeah.
Like when I watched that as a kid, I was like, "That's fucking disgusting." When I rewatched it, I was like, "Oh, that wasn't that bad."
That
But
flat
I re-
ass was more.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
the camera scene where she popped up on the fucking on the beach or whatever. She was walking after she sailed a canoe like across a pond, and like they did a fucking close up on her flat ass. I was like, that was
Slowed the
more
music
traumatizing.
down too. They added that whoosh sound and everything. I'm like, y'all really?
Yeah,
y'all really
bro.
thought y'all killed on this shit?
And I think is it Final? It's not Final Destination. What's that zombie movie? It's like
28 days.
no, it's not like zombies. It's like an action
Crazies?
zombie. Fucking,
Crazy
it's. I think there's a video game of it.
video. The Last of Us.
No, it's older.
Older?
Like this was like
Evil Dead?
90s, 2000s.
I don't know. Dawn of the Dead? House of the Dead?
No.
Resident Evil?
Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
Resident Evil,
The laser
like,
scene.
Yes, bro. That
thinking
fucking
that-
laser
laser
scene
scene.
fucked me up so bad, bro. I was like, oh,
You're like, maybe I can dodge it.
I was
no,
thinking that.
turn that
dude.
nigga into a Roblox, boy.
Took that budget right out.
Boy, that shit, that one fucked me up.
I'll be curious on the sound designs or some shit. Like, how do you get that?
Like what?
squishy,
Somebody's
Oh, they just
idea was
straight up
like,
cuts,
yeah.
like meat or something.
And there was another movie. I can't think of what the fuck it was, but it was like, I feel like it was a popular movie too, but I never remember what it's called. They put a rat on this guy's chest.
That's Fast and Furious 2.
Fast and Furious 2. Yeah, or that was
Tyrese.
yeah.
Tocido.
They put
Eject the
a
rat.
rat on his stomach and then put a bucket over it, and
Yeah.
they heat the bucket so the rat will burrow through the
They did
person.
Game of Thrones too, but they
Yeah, that's.
but they did it though.
Yeah,
They
bro.
let that nigga head fall off.
That shit
Oh, how
fucked
that
me up.
happened.
And then now that I guess it's funny how brains work because now that we're talking about this topic,
Yeah, no, that's.
now all these all these
That's
scenes
how I
are
was
popping
going,
up.
trying to think of what.
Like the pharaoh when like there was some beetle or something that like and it was crawling through the person's skin and you could
You talking about the mommy?
the mummy yeah
Brendan Fraser.
Crawling through the skin. Yeah, bro.
bro, that shit fucked with me, bro. I was disgusted. But yeah, those are some. Final Destination is just
yeah, I was about to say,
traumatizing
almost all
porn.
of them. Yeah,
Like
Watching that. You be chilling with somebody, they put on their comfort show. It's Final Destination. You're like, bro,
yeah, no, that's
no, Final Destination was fucking wild,
Dude,
Like,
Final Destination's too good at their stuff that like even the new one, the Bloodlines. Like I'm just in there watching the trailer and they're just making like a drink or whatnot, and then a piece of glass falls in the glass, and I'm just like, I don't, you know what? No, I'm like, I'm good. I don't even need to see more of this go.
they like jumping on the trampoline, the glass is there. I'm
yeah,
like, bro,
I know. I'm
bro.
just sitting here like,
there was I think it was in Final Destination 2, but it was like there was something where they were out in a field or something like that, and a news station pulled up, and something happened on the field where like a wire went across and cut this nigga's head off.
yeah, yep.
Like I was like, bro, y'all niggas are ridiculous, bro. This shit is asinine.
Just like
Wes, what you got?
I got, so when I was a kid, when Get Rich or Die Trying came out, the scene where they got Dog and they're ripping out his gold teeth.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, oh. And then,
Just you lying, nigga.
and then in Sons of Anarchy,
Oh shit.
fucking they got Opie in the jail, and they let fucking like 4 dudes in there with like weapons, and they're just beating him to death. That shit fucked me up too.
Bro,
that Game of Thrones, that Walking Dead where Glenn get his eye.
oh my God. That wasn't even traumatizing. I was like, that's fucking,
yeah.
that was terrible. And the way that they did it was like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You didn't even know. I
They
fucked
did
with
too.
Negan up until that point, though. I like Negan as a character.
I still fuck with it. I don't watch.
Well.
I don't watch Walking Dead.
Look what the cat dragged in.
To be like,
Bro,
he acted
you know
out.
what? Traumatizing movies, I'm going to give y'all these, though.
Yeah.
There are some movies that traumatize me in a positive
Fucking
way.
wrong turn.
No. The Green Mile.
Oh my god.
okay.
Green Mile
I'm
traumatized
tired,
me.
boss. Nigga, nah, I'm good.
The Green Mile
Good.
traumatized me. I think I feel like certain movies like traumatize me into being an empathetic person because I watched them when I was younger and like I couldn't understand why these things were happening to these people. So it was like The Green Mile was one. Boys Don't Cry.
You were just talking about that a while ago.
Yeah, Boys Don't Cry and American History X.
Ooh,
I've never watched it.
I
Hey,
couldn't watch that one.
That bite the
but-
curb scene, boy. Oh, that was that bite the curb was.
Did he tell him to bite the curb?
Yes, he told him to bite
Yeah,
the curb.
yeah, and then he jumps on him like with both feet. Like, oh,
Bro,
That's
shit,
why you never gonna win an Oscar, Edward Norton.
bro, that shit was he did a good job. He turned
he did a.
he turned his
he did
character
a-
around.
Edward Norton is one of the greatest
Yeah,
actors
oh,
who's
yeah.
never
Yeah,
won an Oscar ever.
He's fucking phenomenal.
Another scene that I just thought
You
of.
doing traumatizing?
I got one. Yeah, fuck. See this real quick.
I could have. I didn't know you had a mic. That's on me. I just seen a fellow white, and I said, he'll get my back.
Not the first white you saw.
He saw
Go.
the tattoo.
That tattoo scared me. A man at work actually said he was scared of me because I was a big burly man with tattoos. A grown man told me that the other day at work. Anyway, traumatizing
Said it.
scene. Only one I'm going to give. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, when they activate King Caesar for the first time, his eyes glow up red. He's got this real creepy smile. To this day, it still creeps the fuck out of me.
That's fucked.
Go ahead and Google it, kids. King Caesar, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
Okay.
Take a gander.
That sounds terrible.
Bro, the bear.
Yeah.
No,
Go
you
on.
don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I was gonna say no. My next
bear on the
traumatizing
right when
thing
he
is
raped
from the
no,
bear.
No, it's not from the show The Bear. That's what I mean.
Okay.
The bear from Fox and the Hound. With its fucking. It's the scariest
Yeah.
fucking animal I've ever seen. It just looks evil and like.
That's the animated movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking
That bear in that movie since a
Said
kid.
Fox and the Hound?
Yeah. That's the most terrifying depiction of a bear
Yeah,
I've
that
ever
whole
seen.
movie was like traumatizing.
His eyes were fucking red.
When he was moving, yeah, that shit was crazy.
Bro, yeah, there's so many actually when you start to think about it. Like,
Yeah, so the traumatizing scene that I wanted to say was it was from the bear, and it was a traumatizing scene in terms of like
Hands.
it really like brought an emotion of uncomfortable to me because it was like PTSD traumatizing. Whereas like I didn't even want to watch season three of The Bear because I was like, all right, this show is just too much for me. It was the family scene where they're at the dinner and. It's just that whole episode, like, because it's showing like a dysfunctional family of like a narcissistic mom, a suicidal brother, an egotistical uncle, and then just the main guy that's just there to just not trying to please everybody, but just trying to have a family, like trying to have a good family where everybody's cool and chill. And it's like there's so many things that are just too on the nose where I'm like, God damn, they're acting way too good that it feels like my family. Or I'm like, oh shit, that feels way too
that's
like,
a terrible
accurate.
fucking-
And
yeah.
so as it's just going
like it
on,
feels
and,
too personal.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. And I was it made me feel uncomfortable
Ew.
because they're so good.
Ew.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Oh,
That bear was a depiction of America.
do you know the movie? I think it's called Waterfall Down. It was like an animated movie that's like the way
with the
it was-
rabbits.
I think yeah,
Oh my!
like the
God,
way it's drawn
bro, that
is
shit
like is
that's
it's not
another
even
one
Disney.
of them.
It's like hyper realistic drawings, and then like they're getting fucking killed and
And it was
murdered.
a kids movie. They
ugh.
got these rabbits just fucking dying. And
Yeah, like getting.
And this other
destroyed.
like mouse movie where like they draw all the evil animals just mad weird, and it's just traumatizing.
Yeah, I feel like I could think of more, but like I'm gonna just leave it. That was, bro. There's so many. There was a fucking scene, and like a lot of them is like grotesque ways of like
Dying.
getting killed.
Yeah, I was going to
Like
say
that
something.
fucking scene in Saw where they fucking the girl was like she had some device attached to her rib cage,
Yeah.
and then it was gonna like pull her apart.
Yeah.
Bro, there's so
Like
many.
the concept of the thing, like just the thing, right? I think that's one of the best movies of the 1980s. Just with how they shot it, all the practicals.
Oh yeah,
all the practicals
yeah.
affecting everything. Just that concept where you don't know, like anybody in here, because it's Among Us, so like anybody in here could be it. Like that concept.
Yeah, I do like those kind of things.
The Mist traumatized me for being a fucking horrible movie.
Or
So-
just wait, bro. Just wait shit out. All you gotta do is just wait, and maybe the mist will pass, and you didn't have to shoot your kid in the face.
Well, he didn't
There you
think
go.
he thought that the fucking bugs were coming.
Bro,
They
that
sounded
shit
like
was
the bugs. Why would you have machines that sound like the same thing you're trying to kill?
bro, and then kill him with a revolver. Like, what if you miss?
That's probably part of the mist. It was fucking with his head, thinking,
that's
making him think.
It's crazy
differently.
that the movie just went off like that.
This the saw trap that really got me. And there's a bunch that really is grotesque, but the one that really got me was the guy was in a car.
Oh yeah, the Chris. What's going on?
Yeah, and he was supposed to like, so he was glued to the car seat, and the car's just running like it's just, and it's like suspended up, and he's supposed to like just stop it, and under one of the tires is one of his friends like just laying down, and then his girlfriend is in front of the car and the car door, or I mean on the garage door. And so the trap is like the car's just slowly going down, and he's supposed to rip his skin off and grab it, and of course just rips all his skin off here, like too late to do it. car splats right on his friend's face, rolls it around, goes straight into the girl, and then he flies out of the windshield, tears his whole back off. It's oh my god.
Yeah, that shit.
The old Saws were phenomenal.
That's Saw 3D, ain't it?
And then one last one. I'll get my one last off because the same thing with you. Or the Silent Hill movie, the original Silent Hill movie, when Pyramid Head, they were all going to the church because it was getting nighttime, and Pyramid Head grabs that lady, tears her clothes off, and then like grabs her by her skin, twists it, and then just tears her entire skin off. Oh god.
Just
Yo,
fucking.
if you get caught by
disgusting.
Pyramid Head, you deserve that shit. That nigga slow as hell. That soccer mom speed, yo. Speed the fuck up, hoes. For real.
Bro,
That nigga
there's,
slow as hell.
yeah.
there's a lot. We could literally make a whole episode of this shit, low key.
We could.
But all right, so
Yep.
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Very good.
All right.
Very good.
Well, Nick's not here. Well, Nick was here.
Nick, come
Nick.
here.
So we gotta wait for this nigga. Oh, there you go.
Hey Nick, do your thing.
Nick, do your thing.
See you, Space Cowboys, later.